Hey, good people. Welcome to December's vlog. I am sitting here about to get ready for a very busy day. I have a lot of events coming up, obviously, because it is December. So a lot of fun things that are happening around the city that I'm going to take you all to. Buckle in, girl. Grab you a beverage, grab you a snack. There is no way that this vlog is going to be less than 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to sit here right now and put my makeup on while we chit chat, girl, because it's been some wild stuff happening and I just want to get it off my heart. Well, first, the wildest thing that happened, I'm going to share with you. And then the wild thing. And then we are going to have a little bit of a political rant. So, the wildest thing, girl, is last week was Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you had a wonderful time to all those who celebrate. And we had a blast. The food was impeccable. The vibes were amazing. My tablescape came together so nicely. The cocktails that I was working on with y'all, the sangria and the spiced apple bourbon spritz made with the Provenance bourbon was amazing. It was a time. If you missed the recipes that I was working on, go back to watch one of my previous vlogs. By the way, I'm doing my makeup. The first thing I just put on was the One Size Beauty Secure the Sweat. So we are with my wife's family. My grandparents are also with us. I'm with my in-laws. I love them down. We have a good time. And Pooks is just having her the best time ever. I don't pay her much attention because, like she's, for the most part, not a wild dog. She's definitely not aggressive, but she loves, loves, loves food. So I noticed her kind of sticking around the table, which is her MO. She's going to wait to see if somebody drops something. And at one point, I looked down, and this heifer has an oxtail, like a whole big oxtail in her mouth. It's Thanksgiving, so I have to admit, I'm like, okay, girl, here, you can have a couple more bites of the oxtail. Take it, throw it away. Definitely don't allow for her to chew on the bone. So all is well. The next morning, she vomits a bit, but I'm not surprised by that because she's a little dog and she has a sensitive stomach, right? So anything will make her kind of purge a little bit, but definitely the amount of table food that I'm assuming she ate got to her. We come home, all is well. I'm using one of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencils. This one's more like a pen. It's called the Micro Stroke Brow Pen. It's going to be super, you see how dark that is? It's giving Cruella de Vil. Just wait. So that was last Thursday. Okay. The time of me filming this, it is Wednesday. Come home taking my grandparents to Baltimore on Monday to see a relative. And she's just acting lethargic. She's not acting like herself. And we're all like, okay, something is wrong. Like she's not barking when somebody comes to the door. She's not really wanting to come out of her kennel, which is really just her bed, girl. She don't be in there like that. And most importantly, she's barely eating. She will barely eat any of the snacks that she loves, like apples. And so I said, okay, I'm going to give it until tomorrow morning. And if she's not better, I'm going to have to take her to the pet hospital. I take her to work with me on Tuesday, so yesterday. And I had a big meeting in the afternoon. So I was trying to get some work done in between time. Get my work done. And she's still not really herself. She's like been in the carrier all day. So I take the dog to the ER. They do an evaluation and they say, okay, it seems like her back is tensing up and she's not really turning her head. So we need to give her an anti-inflammatory and also some pain meds. They said, because if we do an x-ray, it's not going to show anything. It's likely she just is kind of stiff and has some inflammation from going up and down the stairs to the Airbnb or maybe jumping up and down on the couch. I said, perfect. Then, girl, we wake up this morning and it is a scary sight. Like there is blood in her stool. She's vomited up blood and she's just so sick. So we rush her back to the ER. And this time they say, do you want us to do a blood test? And I wish they would have asked us that the first time. But, with these dogs, they can't talk. So you got to kind of eliminate things. So they run the blood test. By the way, her vitals are normal this whole time. So Thank God she's not dying, but she's obviously sick. So, girl, they run this blood test, and it turns out that Pooks has pancreatitis, which can be very common in small dogs. And it is brought on by eating table food, and in particular, fatty foods, i.e., the oxtail. So I said, tell me your dog is being raised in a Black household without telling me that your dog is being raised in a Black household. Pooks, you sick because you ate an oxtail? Like, come on, man. Come on. And now she has an attitude like we gave her the oxtail. I didn't make you eat the oxtail. She's walking around. She's not making eye contact. Like, she's really big mad because they had to give her 2 shots today. Anyway, y'all, pray for us. Nothing's wrong. Pook's just bad. I just put a little bit more right at the start of my brows because I like for those to be filled in. They're pretty sparse. I need to go get my microblade touched up. But just so you can see, it definitely gives a pretty dark brow, but you have to comb this through. And the color I am using is ebony. I also use ebony in all of Anastasia Beverly Hills' products. So the second wild thing that happened, y'all, is something that actually allows for me to be in conversation with you today because I wasn't even going to start this vlog today. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I am supposed to be at an all-day board meeting. So I was recently invited, not too recently, but within the past 6 months or so, I was invited to join a board. Not my first board. I was on the board of the ACLU in DC for many years. So I was invited to join a board of a smaller organization, but one in which I had known the founder just kind of throughout the community for years. We reconnected recently, and she invited me to be on her board of directors. So have a board meeting today, and an event is supposed to happen tomorrow, or is happening tomorrow. So I'm inviting my friends. I'm preparing for this all-day board meeting. I've cleared my schedule to be able to do so. And then last night, probably around 7, right after I posted my wedding photos, the first set of Bay and I's wedding photos. So I'm like on a high, reliving the wedding. People are providing so much like love and affirmation. I'm sitting on my phone responding to people's comments. And I went to my email real quick and noticed that I had an email from the board chair. And the email said, effective immediately, you have been removed from the board of directors. I said, wait, what? And it's a long email. So I'm trying to like scan it real fast to figure out, was this intended for me? Like, what in the world is going on? Also, again, I told you it wasn't my first board. So my first thought is this even legal? Boards are ran by bylaws, and you have to vote. Right? But people don't notice. Can't just kick somebody off of a board. If that was allowable, then what that means is, what if I was a whistleblower and there had been, I'm not saying there was, but there had been some financial impropriety, for example. And instead of them facing the music, they could just say, well, Tashara, you're kicked off the board. That's why those rules are in place, because a board's responsibility is primarily fiduciary. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I need a lighter color in this, but we're going to make it work. People told me, they said, upon further investigation, we noticed that your Instagram videos and photos are not in alignment with our mission. And we are a youth-serving organization, they said. And the kind of organization that we are, I won't say too much. Who you are as a board member is important. and we don't want to do anything to jeopardize our funding. And that was, for me, the most important part of it. So I was shocked, and I simply replied back, wow, this is really disappointing. And I said, please tell me what I have posted that is not in alignment with your organization, with your organization's mission, is what I said. That was last night at 7. It's today, and as I mentioned, 3:30. Have still not heard back. Now, it is what it is. I definitely don't want to be a part of any organization that doesn't want me. But I'm left to try to pick up the pieces to figure out what exactly happened. It wouldn't be surprising to know, if you follow me here, that I'm a rabble rouser. I speak my mind. I think one of the things that attracts people to my content is that I don't play the respectability politics game, even as an attorney. I treat my life like I have nothing to lose because I don't. And if I wanted to be restricted and confined, I would still be practicing law, number one. But number two, I also see my platform, it's called Politics and Fashion for a reason, as a means of resistance. And whether I'm talking about white toenail season, the patriarchy, getting your toes sucked, if I'm talking about cooking with my grandmama, it doesn't matter. There is a praxis that undergirds my position. And so it may seem like, to people who are not intelligent, but those who get it. And those who don't, it wasn't meant for. So that seems to be part of the issue. I'm sure it is something I have said, I have done, that has wrinkled their respectable feathers, baby. But the other part, and my mom had to point this out, because I'm one of the people that I'd be like, well, that is what? Me? Zora Neale Hurston once said, I often am surprised by racism, because how could you ever deny yourself the pleasure of my company? And I would insert, I'm often surprised by homophobia, because, like, do you know who I am? Are you dumb? Are you okay? So my mom had to point out to me, well, Tashara, it's not lost on me that this happened right after you posted your wedding photos. And so she saw it clearly. I think it could be an amalgamation of all those things. Who knows? And again, not the kind of organization I want to be a part of, because not only does it not fall in alignment with my personal beliefs and how they treat their board members and who they recruit and how they police people's voices, but I also think if this is what you're doing to adults on their individual platforms in a volunteer board position, what are you teaching in the mission and the work that you do? So I hope history treats folks well who are deciding to not use their voice during this time, and most importantly, condemn, sideline, and silo the voices of others. And if you just have hateful politics, then may you go to hell on a scholarship. All of your edges be lost, and your breath perpetually smell like bacterial vaginosis. Okay, friends, this is how the makeup came out. Juvia's Place, the Culture 2 palette on my eyelids, and my OG Ardell Wispy lashes. Those are easy to wear when I kind of don't want to do too much, don't want too much drama on the eyes. I am going to keep my jewelry probably pretty simple today. So I shared with you all this ear stack recently. The first hole are my diamonds, and then these two are lab-grown sapphires from Majuri, and I got those during their Black Friday sale. Let me throw on the OG Triple OG necklace from Dior. Someone asked about this recently. If you were here from TikTok, hey friends, this is by Dior. That's where someone asked. You all, my TikTok is growing so fast. I think I have gained like 45,000 followers on TikTok this year, and actually more so than the last 8 months or so. So if you are on TikTok, make sure you're following me there. I'm actually really enjoying it. I enjoy it as a consumer. At first, I didn't really understand TikTok. I'm not going to hold you. And I think if you are a geriatric millennial like me or Gen X or higher, we have that in common because we're a big age. But then I started to get my algorithm curated and I was like, this is amazing. So amazing that I could scroll for hours on it. So I have to pull back, I have to push away from the table. But it is a great search engine. It is hilarious. And also, I have a good time over there as well. So follow me all across the internet. Let's talk about my top. It is by a brand called Commence. Just put on the bangles. Those are by Free Maiden. Y'all already knew that. Then I have a pair of leather shorts on. These are by ASOS. They're super old. I unbuttoned the first or the bottom 3 buttons to kind of have the tie in the middle. I'm going to put on a pair of over the knee boots, but these are shorter than over the knee because I'm almost 6 feet tall, y'all. So let me find some tights. Yeah, these are pretty thick. So I'm going to throw these on. Where are these from, y'all? I got some tights from Wolford recently. Oh, these are my new Noosh tights. Remember I was obsessed with these, y'all? They're in large/extra large. And Noosh is that girl for tights. So I'm going to throw those on in just a minute before we head out. But not a moment before because I got the black church in me and I have stockings trigger me. So we'll put those on before many a Sunday. I'll put those on before I leave. Right now, let's talk about tonight's cocktail because I have been infusing, y'all. I've been waiting for this to share with y'all. Strawberry and lemon vodka. And the recipe that I'm going to try tonight for the first time with y'all calls for it to be mixed with vermouth. I don't know. But the infused gin sounds delicious. Let's go. Okay, my friends, let me show you first my mason jar that has my vodka in it. And I've been distilling this since Sunday. Today is Wednesday. It calls for a few days. I think it said 2 to 3 days in the recipe. And the recipe came from this book, Buzzworthy Cocktails Inspired by Female Literary Greats. I actually really like this book. I flagged a few pages and I am going to do twists on most of these just based upon the drinks that I love, the spirits that I love the most. Again, this cocktail technically calls for gin, but I'm going to try it with vodka and I'll let y'all know how it tastes. But it's named after Bernardine Evaristo. I don't know this person. Are y'all familiar? So it says Bernardine Evaristo is renowned for her portrayal of the diverse lives of Black British women, as well as her unconventional poetic prose. She grew up in a large family in Southeast London with a white English mother and Nigerian immigrant father. As a mixed-race child in 1960s Britain, she experienced discrimination and taunts, which caused her to develop a toughness she now sees as essential to her creative perseverance. The tomboyish Evaristo's early creative outlet was theater, which she started practicing at age 12. Let's see. So all you do is take 2 shots of your spirit that's been infused, and you mix it with 1 shot of dry vermouth. I'm going to shake it, and then you serve it in a martini glass with no ice. This thing is on here tight. Okay, we got it. I don't think I need a strainer because the strawberry and by the way, the recipe called for the lemon rind, not the actual lemon. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I basically peeled the outside of the lemon, and let me show you the color of the spirit. And I'm using the Martini and Rossi. It's extra dry vermouth. I don't know how I feel about this, y'all. I really don't. I don't know. Have I ever tasted? I mean, if I've had a martini, I've tasted it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Martinis are obviously very spirit forward, and so I may have to top this with a bit of Prosecco. I like to give things a really good shake, especially if I know it's spirit forward, because the water kind of dilutes the drink a little bit, and I like for my cocktails to be very cold. Okay. Grab a martini glass. This is one of my new ones from Estelle Colored Glass, a Black-owned stemware company. Cheers. Let's see what it's giving, friends. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let me tell you what it's giving. It's definitely bright, and you taste the lemon and you taste the strawberry, which is good. And the vermouth is a nice balance. I'm gonna do two things though. This is always me with the recipe, y'all. And why I want to learn more about cocktails so that when I'm out, I can give better instructions to bartenders who are clearly the real experts. To not be wasteful, I actually saved that lemon that I peeled. I think it needs a splash of it, y'all. Not much, because there has been lemon infused in the vodka, just a little bit. Also, as a reminder, it's vodka and not gin, which I prefer. So that's also probably why I'm thinking it needs a little something. And then I have my homemade simple syrup in another mason jar. And I made this on Sunday. Simple syrup can stay in the fridge for, I think, 5 to 7 days. So I actually need to use this. And I'm going to use a half an ounce, maybe a little less, because I don't think it needs that much. Yeah. Now let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it actually is the perfect amount of sweetness. So it's still refreshing. It's not giving syrup. This though is giving me a summer cocktail. So if you want a nice little something to sit on the porch, grab you a book by her, by Bernardine Evaristo. Yeah. Grab Girl, Woman, Other. Grab this cocktail, sit on your front porch, and have you a good time. Okay, my friends, I'm sorry. My camera died in there, but I will link the book down below. And I was saying I felt like the cocktail would be really good for the summer on the porch with friends. Think family reunions, baby showers, kickbacks. You outside. That's the cocktail that you need. And I also, because I love gin, would prefer it with gin. And I realized that, I changed my shorts, but I realized that I didn't tell you guys where we were going. So that whole get ready with me, I'm gonna tell you why. We are going to a really cool event. It has been marketed to both me and my wife on Instagram so many times. So we are definitely part of the algorithm or the demographic that they got right to target this to. And it is a Candlelight R&B orchestra. Just those words together sound dope to me. So we're going to go and see what that's giving. It is in Northeast DC. Not a part of town that we get too much. So let's have fun together tonight. I, once again, changed my shorts to the Jacquemus Bermuda shorts. I also have on the Gorski Lamb fur bolero jacket. And my boots are don't need no hateration, holleration. Giving a little Mary J. Almost fell. Giving a little Mary J. tees on the bottom. It is a scrunched leather boot by Schutz. About a 3.5-inch heel. Not too bad. I am actually so excited because I have been looking for the perfect pair of over-the-knee boots and finally found them because I want to wear shorts for as long as possible. I also have on a pair of tights. I told you all I was going to throw those on. These are by Noosh. Glasses are by 12 p.m. Studios. Let's finish our cocktail and get up out of here. beautiful. Today is a Saturday. It's 12:30. I got 30 minutes to get dressed. We are headed to Baltimore. We are going to Micah. It is an art school here locally. Well, it's in Baltimore. And Micah is having their art market, which is an art fair where students get to display and sell their work. That's something that I think is really cool because Bay and I have really been wanting to collect more pieces, and it's a good way to invest in student work and to invest in students that are quite possibly up and coming. So depending on who you select and what work you're drawn to, you could be grabbing the next piece by a Nina Chanel Abney, for example. So it should be a lot of fun. The Candlelight concert was everything. It's put on by, well, I feel like maybe there are local groups that sign up through a platform called Fever. And it seems like Fever, from what I'm understanding, has all of these immersive experiences. So you buy your tickets on Fever, but they have the Candlelight series all throughout the country. One thing I hate about my moisturizer, sunscreen, and this one size primer is I swear it makes your skin like the products start to peel, which is so annoying. But anyway, we went, had a great time. But y'all, it was freezing. And since then, we have gotten our first day of snow. So it has made me begin to think about, okay, how am I going to not hibernate this season, which is my default? And I think the way that I'm going to do that is to ensure that I have things for date night, things to wear for date night that are still giving, sexy, cute tees and are not completely 150% like Polar Bear Express type. So I have been on the hunt, y'all, for long sleeve blouses and rib cotton shirts or you know skinny knits, just things that are cute but at the time still keep you warm. And I'm mindful of my budget and things that I want to do before the end of the year. So I'm like, I'm not breaking the bank. And you all know I'm still using the Micro Stroke Brow Pen by Anastasia. Again, it's super dark, but once I brush it through, it'll dry down or it'll pipe down a little bit. So I'm not going to break the bank. And instead, I went to H&M, got 2 shirts, and then I did a commence order. If those pieces come in by the time we wrap up this vlog, I'll show them to you because I think they're all super cute tops. Got to tell you, I went to Sephora and did a quick Sephora haul because I saw this Merit Beauty complexion stick that I really wanted to try, y'all. Evidently, it's kind of like BB cream stick, no makeup. But girl, look at the color I got by mistake. I guess this is for my grandma because I have no idea why or how that happened. So I got to take that back to Sephora because it is way too light for me. I would have preferred to have worn that today. But let's give this Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation a try. I tried really hard to find a lighter shade of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, which y'all know has been my go-to. This is my summer color though, and I couldn't find one. It's crazy because either the shades were too dark or too light for me. So let's do a test. I tried it in the store and I was pleasantly surprised. But let's do a test here together so I can show y'all, come on this side, what it's giving. I don't know how much of this I need because I definitely don't want to do a heavy beat today. I'm not even going to work lashes. So let's see. Okay. It's giving skin. It's definitely a better shade match. Let's just go ahead and go to it. It feels light, but the packaging says that it is buildable. I'm gonna put my mirror on this side because the light is behind y'all. Yeah, no, I love this. And it is specifically formulated, y'all, for oily skin. Matte is the perfect way to describe it for sure. So that's what it's given. I'm on the Osmo, y'all, so I have to always go back and add color in. I'm shooting on the Osmo Mini. So you'll probably see this a little bit better and a truer shade on the next sit down video that I do. Or maybe it'll come out before this, we'll see. Let me go ahead and finish the makeup, dolls. I'm gonna use a new shade for my concealer. I usually go for NARS Truffle. They were sold out, so this is NARS Walnut. She's a light one. She's a light one. I will get Truffle soon. I may have to order it on the website because this is a very good second concealer after you do your blush and the rest of your, contouring and everything else. So to add at the very end to really give that pop. But we're going to make it work today. All right, y'all, you're blinking. Let me charge you. I'll come back and share the OOTD. Here is the makeup, my friends. And I actually ended up having to put the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray on because I don't have a whole lot of this. This is a little bit more hydrating than the one size that I talk about all the time. This is the Airbrush setting spray Party All Night. Because this makeup is so mattifying. If you have oily skin, you're gonna love this. But between the mattifying primer, makeup, and I finished it with the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying setting spray, I was looking like a little ashen. So I need to put a little bit more moisture back in. But I think it looks amazing. And I haven't talked to you all, I don't think, here on YouTube about Janae's lip kit in partnership with the Lip Bar. I am obsessed with it. It's called 90s Nude, and that is what it is giving. You start with the brown liner that you kind of feather on the sides. In the middle, you don't overdo it. You put the matte lip. The color is called 90s Fine, not 90s Nude. And then you have this really pretty caramelly, like pearlescent gloss that you put in the inside. So get closer to the light so you can see. Okay, look. It's Florian London Clutch. Put that Chomps turkey stick in there, and boom, you ready to rock and roll. Let's get out here to Baltimore.
What we do here is go back.
We made it to the art fair. Actually met two members of the tribe. Well, one person is actually a professor, Linnea. Hey girl, hey. And I'm with a student named Alexandra. And these pieces are amazing. I really am into ceramics right now, y'all. So that's what's on my mind. So we just got some gifts for the holiday season and a couple pieces for ourselves. And also, some more ceramics down here. We got one print, this limited edition upstairs that I'll show you, or I think I already showed you. So it's really good, and I'm excited to support the students. Y'all, there is a piece of artwork that I want to rip off this wall. I never would. But Abel Reyes, listen, the piece is called Stuntin' Like My Daddy, and that's exactly what it is doing. Look at this. This is actually a tapestry. So it's digitally printed, and then Abel evidently hand weaves. Look at this. And then the shadows on it, so good. Good morning, good people. We have had a beautiful start to the day. I slept like a baby. I took me a gummy last night. Slept so well. And as someone who is perimenopausal, menopausal, I'm not sure which one I am because I have not had a cycle in a long time because of my fibroids and my hysterectomy. Somewhere up in that big age category, babes. Sleep is so important. I track mine with my Aura ring. And most nights I'm getting at least 6.5 hours of sleep. I would like to increase that because the quality of my sleep is not always the best because I don't stay asleep. Part of it is obviously hot flashes, things that come along with menopause. But the other part of it, my ENT thinks maybe because I have a deviated septum, overgrown adentoidal tissues, I think is how you say that. And it is causing sleep apnea. You remember how I kept telling y'all that I was having these chronic allergy flare ups? Girl, the allergist was like, "You do not have allergies." I was like, "That's impossible." I feel terrible because it was happening like every 2 weeks. He was like, "It's something physiological. You need to go to an ENT." Go to an ENT. He couldn't even get the scope up my nose. So now I have a bunch of nasal sprays. One of them has a steroid in it. I was prescribed a steroid because I have to signal to my body to stop the inflammatory response. And he's like, "You need to get in to get surgery." Because what's happening is just common everyday irritants, allergens are getting in your nose and they're getting trapped because of your deviated septum and the tissues. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. I definitely was not about to have it before the holiday season, but I just want to close that loop with you all because I've been struggling. And if you've been struggling too, it may actually not be your allergies. Anyway, had my coffee in my new cup with the sauce. It's so lovely. Also did some journaling this morning. This is my Spot Joy journal by one known as Alex L. I put tabs across the top. I started it in October. What I love about it is that you literally spot joy. So let me go to November. October was like a half month, so I want to show you a full month in November. And every day, you write the small or big things that brought you joy. As you can see, there are days that I skip and I don't go back and fill it in. It's just part of my life. And that is how December is coming along. And you have pages, and you have pages in between the month for you to journal in. I have 25 journals, as you all know, but this one has been my most consistent practice since October because I love that everything is in one spot. New Glasses, New Spectacles by Anne Klein. We went and got our eyes checked because they had FSA money that we needed to spend before the end of the year. And they were like, I wanted something like this that felt retro. And they were like, "Oh, women love this frame because it has a bit of like a curve, like a bubble shape to it." And I could not agree more. And immediately I was like, "Ooh, my old prescription, that Wayfair prescription, not Wayfair, Warby Parker prescription was old." Anywho, I have two advent calendars here that I realized I hadn't shared with you all. Highly recommend advent calendars. If you're anything like me, the season creeps up on you. So unfortunately, this one is now on pre-order, likely sold out by the time this video goes live, and this one is completely sold out. This one is by L'Occitane. There is something huge on the inside of this for day 24, and I am trying to just pace myself, girl. I'll show you a few of the items that I recently grabbed. Today is the 7th, so I think I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up. And this is the Pixie one. Pixies is 12 days. The L'Occitane one is 24. Let me just say that the Pixie one is probably the best value for dollar. I shouldn't say that. The L'Occitane one has quite a few full-size products in it. But the Pixie one is $40. And it has all of their all-stars. So the other day, I pulled speaking of full size, nearly full size, I'm going to probably give this to my girl Chelsea when she comes, make her a little gift basket, is the L'Occitane Supple Skin Body Oil, the almond one. Oh, I love how the top has like the little dispenser where it doesn't all come out. In a glass bottle. This smells lovely. And then, y'all, I had no idea that L'Occitane had fragrances. So it's called Fleurs de Cherise, a creation inspired by the poetic beauty of cherry blossom, delicate flowers, fresh red berries, and soft musky notes. Notes of cherry blossom, extract of cherry from Provence. Girl, this is how it looks. Another little glass bottle, very cute. This smells so rich. It smells fancy. It's delicate, it's floral, but not overly sweet. She's very nice. This is a pretty fragrance. 2 from Pixie. I'm gonna actually try this today. I've never tried any of their primers before, but this is a mattifying poreless primer. And I mentioned to you yesterday that my one size, which is almost out, mattifies my skin a little bit too much with this new makeup that I am giving a try, the Makeup Forever. So let's try these two today and see how they get along. The other Pixie product is their tinted lip balm in the color Scarlet. I doubt this is going to show up on me, although Pixie has some very pigmented products. Blushes at that. That's the color. I'm actually not going to try this. I'm sorry, I'm not going to swatch it because this is a very cute little gift to give to Margot, who I think I'm going to put together a little gift bag for as well because, y'all, she's going to be here tomorrow, so you'll get to see Margot. Those are the most recent products from Pixie and L'Occitane. Many thanks to their team. I have been on their PR list for quite some time, and it has made me a lover, a believer. And also, I just feel like Pixie, well, both brands give you luxury at an affordable price, but Pixie especially, they're so thoughtful with how they curate their PR list and the accessibility and quality of their products at an accessible price point. I just really, really appreciate them. I'm about to sit up here now and get dressed for today, get my makeup on. As I mentioned, there is an event today that my girl Jeannie is putting on for a new brand that she is launching. It is a luxury consignment brand. And she is having a VIP kind of sneak peek behind the scenes today. And I'm very excited about that. I want to feel festive, but it's also in the middle of the day, y'all. So I don't know what that is giving as far as the attire. You know what I mean? Like, it's the middle of the day. So part of me was thinking those over the knee boots that I love. But then I'm like, it's the middle of the day. I also have my 2-piece cream set by Ron David. So that feels like a possibility with some brown boots. I have these boots, so I could go all black on today. The Isaiah Cons with Ron David with Brandon Blackwood with Coy. This is elite. This is elite. I think I may have to do that. Just for the culture, that wasn't intentional, but to think that I could do it, I might as well do. You know what I mean? Okay. I think that's the look. I'll be back once my makeup is on and we'll go through today's OOTD. Hey guys, outfit is all on. Instead of the Brandon Blackwood, I ended up doing the Fendi Baguette, the purse charm here. I've been wanting to wear this around my waist. I need to look up how people do it because I would prefer for it to be a little bit tighter, but alas. The coordinated set by Ron Davis Studio is a hit. I'm feeling Very much like that girl in the winter white, especially with, or the cream, especially with my koi earrings. Sunnies are old by Lulu's, but let me show you how the makeup turned out because I am wearing a new blush by Rare Beauty called Grateful that I will link down below. I'm going to actually amp it up just a little bit because one of the things I noticed is that by the time I put on the Studio Fix setting powder, it brings down the blush. Which if you are someone who does not want a lot of blush or a bold blush, then that's a great pro tip. But I like color. And I'm bringing it under my eye and all the way up to my temple to really give like a flush effect. Oh, and this is how the color looks in the pan. So very, very bold. I'm going to set one more time with my one size. And I went for a little bit of a more pink lip. I'm not sure if you all can see it. Again, color on this Osmo is not the best. But it is my typical MAC chestnut liner. It is the Hourglass Magnolia lipstick. And topped is the Lip Bar Botanical Lip Oil, so gloss in the color Obsessed. So that is the lip for today. Let me grab my sunnies, my phone, and some tissue because, yeah, we're back on that. And let's get out of here. Yes! Now this is a boot, baby. She told him, bounce that just like your friend do. Sew it. Geeked up, looking for a eater. Hi. Good morning from YK Niece. Listen, Margot is here. She's having a little chitty chat with the grands. Let me bring it down a little bit. And I want to show you guys the Merit stick that I finally got in the right color. So the shade that I'm going to use is Umber. It looked right in the store. And I'm not wearing makeup today. So let's see. Y'all probably can't even see that, to be honest with you. Okay, wait a minute. I have cleansed and moisturized my face. Okay, look at this side. Okay. Merit. Let me find out. So they just invited me, y'all, to their PR list. So we may be testing out more Merit products soon. Like I told you all, their blushes have quickly become my favorite because they are a all-natural skincare brand that actually shows up on dark skin and has a shade range that includes us. Let me find out, Merit. Okay, since we're here, let's just do a little bit of an under eye. Because why not? So Mario got here super early, and we are gonna go do a little bit of Christmas shopping. And then we're gonna go have lunch with Alex, our girl Alex L. And then we are going to go to the Korean spa. So we're gonna have a good day, y'all.
What's this? Oh, this is a microphone? What do I say?
I'm gonna bring you down because Margot's a foot. I want you to be able to see friend.
Wait, how do I turn it on?
It's on.
Oh. Check, check. Hi, everyone. What are we talking about today?
Tell the folks what you've been up to in life.
Oh, I've been working a lot. I got to spend Thanksgiving with my nephew in Las Vegas. Those two things don't typically go together. He's 6 months old.
She's living a wild life.
But we saw a bunch of shows. It was amazing. I've been working. I started a new business, Nourish Boston. My first client's right over there. She can give you a testimonial.
Wait, tell them about breakfast this morning that I made.
Oh my God, she made the best breakfast. Okay, so I flew in and scrambled eggs with spinach, amazing. With a little cheese, cottage cheese, great protein. Okay, let me tell you everything she made and then I'm gonna tell you why it's so good. Scrambled egg with spinach. Did you put cheese in the egg?
I did.
Okay, scrambled egg with spinach and cheese, a little scoop of cottage cheese, some berries, avocado with some sea salt and pepper. Okay, that's like the perfect breakfast. First of all, good protein in the egg, choline in the yolk, good protein in the cottage cheese, good fat in the egg, good fat in the cottage cheese. Berries are incredible. They're a low glycemic fruit with a lot of fiber. And obviously micronutrients and vitamins. Avocados are amazing, great fat and great minerals, great micronutrients. It's like the perfect breakfast. And I don't know what time it is. I think it's almost lunchtime and I'm not even hungry yet, which is shocking because I eat a lot. So it was amazing. Eggs are great. I know they got a bad reputation in the 80s because of
high cholesterol.
Yeah, but they're good. I mean, unless you have like really serious cholesterol issues, which most people don't, you're good. What are we doing today? We're having lunch. We're going to do a little Christmas shopping. We're doing some podcast stuff. I don't know. Just getting to see my best friend. I haven't seen her since her wedding. I know. I'm getting to see her grandparents, which is always so special. I miss my grandparents so much. So it's so nice to have some surrogates.
I love Margot so bad.
I love them so much. You know what they just said? They were like, when I met your girls, I was like, wow, Margot has a beautiful family. I'm shocked.
What?
No, that's how it sounded. I was like, my girls are so sweet. But Okay. What else can we tell the good people of your Vlogmas? Is this for Vlogmas?
I'm gonna doing Vlogmas. This
Oh.
is the December vlog. I hope
The
you guys are enjoying it.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure it's amazing. Are we going to vlog what we're doing later? Okay. Bye.
Has come back to life. She has been reborn down at the spa. Margot, tell them your experience today.
Hi, everyone. The lady told me I had a lot of dead skin. She goes like this. It was amazing. I feel how soft.
It looks moisturized, girl.
Why do they make us wear these?
These pajamas are so ugly, girl. I don't know why they make us wear these. We look like we are in an institution. So my experience was I got reflexology and it was hurting when he was massaging my big toe. He said that's because I have a lot of tension in my neck. He tapped my neck twice on the left side. Then he tapped my right foot on the top twice. And then he massaged my toe again and it didn't hurt no more. I don't know. It's something to it, y'all. So we are getting ready now to head out. Margot is going to the airport tonight, but it has been a nice best friends day. And I think things will be quiet for the most part for the next couple days. So I will hop back into the vlog on Thursday because we are going to the Chloe private spring viewing. And I think I'm going to probably grab a piece of jewelry, but I'm not sure. So you got to keep watching to see. All right. See y'all in what will be a minute for you, a couple days from me.
Coffee steam and morning haze, windows cracked to let it blaze. Sunday's got that magic tune, floating like a lazy moon. Time forgets to tick away when your smile decides to stay. Slow burn Sunday, take it slow. Nowhere else we need to go. Let the music find its way through the quiet of our day. Slow burn Sunday, hold me near. In this peace we disappear. Sunlight dancing on your skin pulls me gently deep within. Every moment stretched so wide, wrapped in love we cannot hide. Let's not talk, just let it be. This is more than words can see. Slow burn Sunday, take it slow. Nowhere
It has been a very, very long day, and I am beyond exhausted. It went from like a nice, easy, chill start to the day to everybody needing something, every single meeting, every device pinging. It was a lot in probably the last 2 hours, but we made it, and I'm looking forward to this evening. OOTD, Sheer Top is by Norma Kamali. It is very old. Well, January, February-ish. I love the ruching on it, just wearing a black bra underneath. Bermuda shorts are by Mango. I grabbed these over the summer. Belt is by Far. Bangles are Free Maiden. My Just Unclue is on this side. You can't really see it. Same rings per usual. These two are by David Yurman. We're going to stop by there today. And then this one is by Aura. It's my Aura ring. And sometimes I wear a band on top of it. Because I'll be honest with you, y'all, this Aura ring is not the cutest. It could be cuter Aura. It could be. I was gonna put another band on top of it, but I don't know where it is right now. So this is gonna be it. Earrings are the same stack per usual, and I am gonna wear a new pair of boots that I grabbed on Sunday when y'all were with me. I don't know if I told you that I grabbed these. I know you were like, girl, why are you wearing shorts? Well, these are from the Container Store, y'all. Because this is, in my mind, I think I want to do this, but I am not sure. I wanted my shorts to kind of peek over the top of my boots. Let's see. I feel like it came together, y'all. I know the lighting is weird. I have my studio light right here just so you guys can see. It's already getting dark, even though it's not even 5 o'clock yet. Through my oversized blazer from the Frankie shop on top, I could see the Loewe brooch on this too. Let me see. That light is actually very helpful because it's letting me see the texture in the outfit. Yeah, I feel like I don't actually wear this enough. I typically go for it on coats, which is great, but why not wear it tonight? Shoot. I just talked to you all about this in my holiday luxury wish list. I got it last year from my friend Kendra and my godbaby. So that's actually very, very cute, I think. And I think I'm going to do my Goyard clutch for tonight because you guys fit into it. My phone, my keys, all the things that I need, and it still kind of feels elevated. This one is called the Conti pouch. It's one of my favorite Goyard pieces. It came together. Here's your reminder to keep your shorts out, keep your short pieces out, do a cute little over the knee boot and make it work. So let's get out of here. Okay, so we made it down to Yurman. We're shopping with our girl, Letty. I already am getting Chelsea in some trouble. I am a very bad influence, y'all. She said no more. Oh my gosh, what is happening?
Yeah, you need that.
Hey y'all, and just like that, I told you it was going to be a very long vlog. If you were still with me, I know you are subscribed. I thank you for watching. But also, let me just say, it is the last day of the year at the time of me releasing this video, or maybe a few days after while you're watching it. So happy New Year, friends, and I hope your holiday season was beautiful if you celebrate. As I was editing this video, I just had to take a moment to pause to think about how blessed my life is. I mean, in this video, you saw me doing some of the things that I absolutely, absolutely love. I was down at Chloe. I was down at David Yurman. Shout out to those folks for inviting me and my friend Chelsea to their private event. We had a blast. I am blessed to be in a loving relationship, and my wife and I had a great date night. My grandparents were here. You saw Margot. We were down at the spa. Girl, life is lovely. I don't know struggle. I am in my gilded era. I am. But I also know that my life has not always been this way. And I want to take a moment to recognize people who may have gone through struggles this year. Because again, my life has not always been this way. And although I share with you many of the highlights, it doesn't mean that even currently I'm not also going through things. And I know this year was very hard for people financially. So many people out of a job, government shutdown, furloughs, entire departments and jobs just completely vanished in thin air if it was in any way connected to what they call DEI. We are facing, as I said at the beginning of the video, an all-out fascist authoritarian regime. It is scary politically, and that is affecting many of us socially and economically. ICE raids and family separation continues. Girl, what is Alligator Alley down in Florida? Just extrajudicial, just sending people all kind of places who have not even committed a crime, some of whom are U.S. citizens. This is an unprecedented time. And while I hope some of what I create in others feels like a bit of an escape for you, it doesn't mean that we are not still living in a very real reality and that we should not all be aware of that. So whether your struggles were as a result of what's going on politically, or it may have been something personal, health issues, loss of a loved one, etc., know that even if we are not a part of your life, and when I say we, I mean our entire community, every comment, every person that comments, every person provides a bit of energy, of goodness that is meant to support you. So even if we are not present in real time, okay, I'm about to cry, Lord Jesus, know that we are here with you. So let me stop crying on the internet, girl. Happy New Year. I love you dearly. Let me know down below what is your word for 2026, and I will see you good people next time.